The history of Sri Lanka's independence. According to the Great Chronicle of Mahavansa, the written history of Sri Lanka begins with the arrival of Prince Vijaya from India in 543 BC. It is important to remember that even before the arrival of Vijaya, there was a civilization in Sri Lanka inhabited by 4 tribes called Naga, Yaksha, Raksha and Deva. With the help of Kueni, a tribal princess who betrayed her own Yaksha tribe, Vijaya became the first king of Lankadweepa. One of the greatest pride Sri Lanka has is its unique civilization our forefathers had built, which mesmerized the whole world even today. Irrigational techniques used by our ancestors are still a mystery. Ruins of ancient citadels and the giant sculptures, cave painting, and other arts bear witness to our great culture. Due to the strategic geographical location and the resourcefulness, Sri Lanka was always a target for foreign invades. Throughout the early history, Sri Lanka was invaded by Chola, Pandya and Kerala, but they never managed to conquer the whole island. In 1505, the Portuguese and in 1640, the Dutch invaded the coastal areas. British, who arrived in 1795, defeated Dutch and established their rule in the coastal areas. Eventually, British managed to conquer the whole country in 1815. Sadly, the country lost its independence due to the betrayal by our own people. All foreign invaders have looted the country and robbed its great treasures. During their rule, they governed harshly and imposed heavy taxes which caused untold suffering to the people. There were 2 main uprisings against British rule, the Uva Rebellion in 1818 and the Matale Rebellion in 1848. The Uva Rebellion was led by Kappetipala Mahadikaram and Kulegedara Mohotala. The national heroes who organized the Matale Rebellion were Puranappu and Gongale Godabanda. Leaders from Sinhala, Tamil, Muslim and Malay communities organized a league in 1919 called Ceylon National Congress, seeking independence for Ceylon from British rule. Some of the prominent people who organized the independent movement were Mr. D.S. Senanayaka, Mr. Don Baron Jalatilaka, Sir Ponnambalam Arunachalan, Sir Ponnambalam Ramanathan, Mr. T.B. Jaya and Mr. Siddhi Lebbe. On the 4th of February 1948, Ceylon granted independence as the Dominion of Ceylon. Our country remained a dominion of the British Empire until 1972. On the 22nd May 1972, it became a republic and was renamed as the Republic of Sri Lanka. After receiving independence as Sri Lankans, we gained self-rule with greater autonomy, opened the doors for equal opportunities and fair social structure, education for all, power to manage our own commercial and monetary issues within our own judicial framework, and unrestricted freedom of worship. It has been 73 years since we gained independence. As a nation, over this time, we gained the eligibility to represent Sri Lanka at world events, in global forums and in international affairs. Our ancestors used their initiatives and inventions to develop a culture rich in value. However, Sri Lanka still faces barriers to grow and develop as a nation. The division between the races and socio-economic status, political instability, and unwelcomed influence still exist. These have led to lack of courage to development and opportunity for inventions. We still have room for improvement in these areas. Therefore, it is important for us to enlighten our children about the roots of these problems and help to find solutions to develop as a nation and live in harmony.